Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to be met at the... taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, he shifts past him. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 32-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now they'll throw with Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Out to his left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not give it up 6.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
I'll give you that.
There was no
good play.
through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10.
Not today, son.
They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. So an onside kick fail in the 1st quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play, and if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
To try again after the sack. Hurts under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from
My bad, I wasn't even paying attention.
They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
19 right. 18 right here. Check, Panther. Check, contact, check, contact.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this returnable for Hines. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
6-0 our score after 1. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action, Allen. Pressure comes and down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Allen gonna throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Bills 13, Eagles nothing. Tyler Bass as a kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Stop.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken
Hey, you almost got it.
It's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact in the next-gen stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Hurts. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That gain on third down, good for 28. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins with his second touchdown here in this first.
Man, he ain't about to do no 33 seconds, dude. Who you think he is, Kansas City?
Minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment.
The most you're going to get is a field goal, if
Sometimes
that.
you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close.
Nice try, nice try.
The interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will have a first
Oh, I
down
fucked
as
up.
they get
Oh, I
it
fucked
at
up.
the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Press ball leading. Warriors 17. 18 Randall. 18 Randall.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's
Are you kidding me?
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll send
You know that shit was lucky. You know that shit was luck like a motherfucker.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have
Hey, right back at you, bro. Right back at you.
right at the 50.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
Right back at you, bro.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Here we go, here we go.
That's good for the Eagles. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
You're in trouble, dude.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown.
I told you he was in trouble.
And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
Oh my damn, I fucked up.
My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Allen off the play fake. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. He's got a man, complete. Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Left side, Cook. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Here's Allen to throw it. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
You know it.
A field goal gets them the lead, but they'll risk it here on 4th and goal. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They have the play call on 4th and goal. It's dropped in the end zone. And as a result, they could have had the lead with a field goal. Instead, they turn the ball over on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Let's go now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cowboy 80. Drop 50. Drop 50. Now we lying. 19. Driver. 19. Tyler.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tyler Matakevich coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Hey, a good game, man. I couldn't stop the bomb, man.